Hang on, chat. I'm getting everything ready. I know it's really quiet right now. Getting my announcements set up. I'm in kind of a rush because I got a lot of stuff I got to get done today. And I got to end session early, so apologies for that. Okay. There. All right, let's get straight to it, chat room. Damn it, I forgot Moss again. Okay, I think I fixed everything. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Greetings and salutations.
Hello.
Welcome to Sagas and Solid, The Severed Thread, Episode 22, brought to you by S.C. Johnson. Have it your way.
Wait, what?
Violence.
Oh, hello. Yes, I'm sorry.
I hope Essie heard that. And screams.
She might have. I haven't heard her scream from here, though, so she probably kept it inside. She suppresses a lot of emotions, you know.
Yeah, she does. Alright, first, let's start with, why is Luke late?
Well, I can't bring up the having sex thing because you're like, that's smart.
Yeah, no sex allowed.
I was get back to me.
Okay. Who would like to do the recap?
I will do it.
Go ahead, Twilight Mouse.
Yeep.
Wonderful
Okay.
recap.
Sorry.
Here, recap. Eep.
Yeep.
Just like a mouse. Bravo.
Alright, keep
Something
going.
attacked me. It's fine.
Go ahead.
All right. So last time we had freshly returned from the Silverstones in our mission there, resulting in somewhat of a lackluster failure. Upon returning to the Stone Sanctuary with Marlowe's song, we spoke with Marlowe at Laza, and eventually, also after using the scroll given to him, spoke to the god of demons, who, after some conversation, explained that Agamemnon, also known as the Fifth Ancient, the one that we had been originally searching for, is not under his purview, and though he employs demons, devils, daemons, and their like, a bit of a rebel, thus explaining why there are so many of them in Corvanus, and yet not so much of his influence. After some discussion, it was agreed that he would give us help in our mission, in exchange for something he did to Laza, who now has a forehead tattoo. Strange that an agreement with Marlowe would result in Laza being targeted. Something to do with how Marlowe was not available on the table, I suppose. Belongs to Ezekine. We were given a demonic tome of some kind, outlining exactly how much help would be given in exchange. And with that under our belts, we returned to Moaz-Kadan. We continued for some time in Moaz-Kadan's development, receiving new aid and a new blacksmith. We also received a massive influx of new citizens from the ashes of a town called Haikyo. Several people. As we prepared then to travel to the Twilight Hills Fey Gate near Helilox, we were interrupted by the first group of traveler souls to use Marlowe's song and join us in the Stone Sanctuary, the very beginnings of a fledgling Travelicon that we have been anticipating for a great deal of time and yet have received no response. Upon interacting with them, we exchanged information and items that would presumably help us with our respective ongoing quests. An acorn, a key, words, etc. We made new true allies, pen pals, friends. The Silver Star were ready to press on, but as they tried, something attempted to follow them into the Stone Sanctuary. Laza, with great strain, managed to hold it back as the gate was sealed, and then sent them back to the Isle of Mana to continue their quest in a different location they originated from for safety. Marlowe sent them off with words of encouragement, but at the same time a warning not to return until they had dealt with whatever that was, with the understanding that we would keep in touch. We are now returning to our original plan of the Hillocks Gate with renewed determination, hope, and a strengthened outlook on this session of Sagas and Solace, the Severed Thread.
All right, well done.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll pick right up where we left off. You guys are back in the Stone Sanctuary and preparing to head to Hillocks. As such, the magical incantations are spoken. Chrome, you said you wanted to explore why your hand was itching?
Yes, when Booker mentioned the Gamber Black dice.
Well, as you look at your hand to give it a thorough look over, you don't see any marks or strange lights or undulations of any kind. You're not sure if it was a trick of the mind or an external force.
I will put that to note and join the rest.
Alrighty.
I would also like to make a request that Laza try to find someone who would be willing to speak for the new immigrants, as they now outpopulate the local populace. It's probably best if they have someone to speak about their issues and whatnot.
So be it. Liza will handle all these things for you. If there's nothing else, Liza will begin to conjure forth his teleportation spell to send you on your way. Barrel of Laughs will quickly run and stand next to Nenanoth. He does not say anything.
Neither do I.
What happened to your 3 amigos?
No, we won't need to bring them. This place is peaceful. I do not wish to antagonize.
I do not wish to antagonize by bringing the dead.
More dead.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yes,
Good.
that's fair.
Understand.
All right, and
more
so
is
the magic flows through you as you end up somewhere else.
Like ghost stories gruel.
Just a couple of dead, that's fine. People see a couple of dead all the time in the Razor Cliffs. Oh, wait, we're not going to the Razor Cliffs.
Not amicably.
You know, the fact that Swig's base form for some reason is always the shark. He always just appears as a shark whenever I copy paste his token.
Is it like that in the actors area? Is he
He's,
just a shark?
He's a skinwalker.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. Ooh, I just noticed that you guys, your size is off. Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Oh, before I no, I guess not. That's fine. Never mind.
Okay, there we go. That's proper. All right, loading the map. Okay, so these maps, I'm hoping look like higher quality. I certainly want them to be, but they should also not be like super bad for your loading times. So I guess we're gonna find out.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been cooking. Hayukin. Alright, here we go.
That means plan in Japanese.
Ooh,
Ooh.
fancy.
You guys should be loaded.
Pretty.
Oh, this map looks sick.
I'm still at the Stone Sanctuary. What? Why am I here?
Called the Sparking Gate.
Nor, you're here. Come
Reload
back
now.
to us.
Let me refresh. Gosh. I got left behind.
It's
Ooh,
weird.
but that does look sick. Heck yeah. I looked at the stream.
Good, I got the fog to look just right. I am very pleased.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm a big fucking nerd, man. Like, I'm just like, look at my fog.
Fog is so cool.
I start fucking clapping.
The cheeks? Mm.
No, OP.
Oh.
Yes.
Fucking weirdo.
While telling them
my
all about
bad.
the fog.
Yes, OP, you're the weird.
God, it's so easy to make fun of
I was
Craig.
just channeling my inner
Like it's
Marlo.
Yeah, you like that.
You like that, don't you? Sorry, I'm having some weird issues again.
Oh, we love this.
Little bitch boy.
Little baby man.
Okay. And thus... Here we go. Alright, you should be good now. As the energy fades all around you, you find yourself standing in the midst of a stone dais. Surrounding you is the ruined structure that you've seen through your many divinations. Old stone parapets, walls to some unknown purpose. Behind you, you can see a small statue whose features have wavered and faded over time. The elements have encroached upon the stone, and you are surprised, perhaps, that the portal is even functional at all. Speaking to that regard, the magic beneath your feet disperses through the stones with a rather efficient pace, leading you to believe that there may be more to these stones than meets the eye.
Go make it in one piece.
Yes.
There was someone here last time, correct?
It's a
In your
A
divinations?
small woman, girl, perhaps a halfling.
Should I take a moment to check the area?
I think that would be wise. We'll watch your back while you're doing that.
You'll take
Okay,
a moment to...
What is the place? What does it smell like?
Well,
The fog and the plane.
it smells as if a rain has just fallen. The lingering scent of the changing of seasons. This far south, it takes a bit longer for the concourse to reach winter, but there is always a rainy season before that. And since you're from here, I can tell you that the rains oftentimes herald auspicious omens, and is generally celebrated, as the rains in Hillylocks are not thunderstorms or floods, but rather soft, life-giving weather that the crops and the people desperately desire.
Take a deep breath, take my hat off, and just feel the fog. Good to be back.
Have you been here before?
This is where I'm from,
This place,
Marlo. Not
this stone
this,
circle. Is,
Not the stone
that's what I
circle.
was meaning.
No, I haven't been to the stone circle, but it smells like home.
Any folklore or local legends about this place? Something pertinent that we might need to know?
Would I know any Arcadum? Can I do a history or something?
No need to roll, it's your home.
Okay.
Being from Hillylocks, you know the following. Hillylocks is nestled within the Twilight Hills, which gets their name through the rare minerals that grow that are found within the hills that sparkle in the moonlight, as well as other moon-oriented sorts of festivals and celebrations. The more paganistic practices, long since suppressed by the church, even with their suppression, the culture of Hillylocks focuses upon that of the moon as a singular point of an auspicious occasion. The fuller the moon, the greater the harvest, it is believed.
What's the moon currently?
Well, it's currently day, so.
Whoa, okay. I guess I'll find out tonight.
What month
Oh.
is it?
No, people here value
Oh,
the moons and
one more
phases. Yes.
one more thing. There is a unique kind of firefly here called a gemfly, which are insects that breed and burrow in the presence of these glowing crystals and minerals that causes their body to be encrusted with the same material. So the fireflies here are really bright.
Cool. Do we see any around here?
No, as it is day.
Okay, well, that makes sense. It is daytime. I have to keep reminding myself, yes. There's sunlight here. Ah, no, the Twilight Hills pay special heed to the moon and its phases. They have special stones in the hills that can be mined. A friend of mine used to actually work doing just that.
Hey, we encountered such vein. I have a pickaxe.
Ooh. Well, you might be especially interested. They glow in the dark, so that's kind of cool.
There's no curse, nothing.
You say milkers?
Not
Curse.
no curse.
Curse.
Not to my knowledge. They're valued and prized and seen as good things.
Concentrate.
Has a teleportation. Mess with your mind. Yes.
Real quick,
Hmm.
Arcadum.
In any case,
Yeah, what's up? Yeah,
Could you
what's going on? What you need?
could you kick me real quick? I'm having
Yeah.
trouble loading in.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
also maybe once it gets dark, we might see gemflies. Mr. Chrome, if you're looking to use your pickaxe, you might follow them around. They might lead you to something.
Ooh. Do they count as animals?
Gemflies? Yes, they're
Yeah.
bugs.
Maybe I can
Bugs
speak to
animals?
them.
Are they not?
I get. Huh.
Animals is
Maybe.
a catch-all term, I believe.
If they're not animals, I suppose that they're
Insects are a
bugs.
deeper meaning than animal. See,
They are living creatures. They
I
are
learned
not,
biology.
to my knowledge, not magical, but they do they get something from the moonstones in the area. They glow extra bright. Should be easy to find.
I'll keep an eye out for those ores or gems.
Hmm.
Perhaps they could tell a story.
The figure here worn beyond recognition? Is it just like, is it a human figure, a person?
Well, you know that it used to be the goddess that was worshipped here before suppressed by the church.
Hmm.
Some say that it was inherited from the monastery found to the north at the edge of the lake. But it's not really clear. Whoever it was in a sitting position, their features making it seem almost like a misshapen stone sphere, were it not for the toes and fingers.
Does she have a name, or just the
Mm-mm.
goddess that they used to? Yeah. Okay, I relay that.
This was
tomorrow.
multiple generations before you.
Is there
Been
any
here
text
so long.
inscription?
Make me an investigation check, Marlo.
Oh no, I just trained out of that.
Do you have the feat? Twilight?
No, I just trained out of that.
Oh shit.
As you start to analyze the stone structure, Marlo, you can't really make out any sort of text or other defining features. Also, the Twilight Mouse's hat keeps shining the light of its buckle in your eye.
But Miss Mouse,
Yes.
trying to. You don't know who this is?
No, she's some old goddess or revered person. Was brought over probably from the monastery nearby. There's a big structure. This is pre-Mytharian, I believe. It's been here a long time.
Is the statue... Wrong button. Does the statue look as if it was constructed with the same stone and belongs here, or does it look imported from something else?
Well, why don't you make me a rock check? Rock boy.
Rock on.
Rock check. He's not a
Just a
dwarf.
D20?
Do you have stone cutting tools trained?
I don't think so, no.
Frowns. Alright, you have religion trained?
I have
No.
religion trained.
Do you have history trained?
Yes, expertise, mastery. Everything is in history.
Good. Please roll history.
Oh, you got one thing.
Well, Marlo, as you investigate the nearby stones, you think they're made from the same quarry, most likely. As for their age, you suspect that the statue was built afterwards. But how long afterwards, you don't know.
Mr. Marlowe, do you want privacy to do that thing you do where you talk to yourself in a corner for several minutes on end? I can look away if it makes you feel
Not
better.
necessarily. I will cast Mending on the statue. If there's any area that looks like it would have text.
Okay. That takes about 10 minutes. Or a minute, excuse me. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Are these doorways are these just open stairways?
They're doorways, but they're more like arches. They just lead to the wilderness. Like, there's no building that they lead to. You know what I mean?
Any
So-
strange markings around?
They're like ruins, yeah. You do not see any clear markings etched on the stone. Any that were once there have long since faded by the elements. Okay. Well, the party looks around. Marlowe finishes his mending spell, places the energy within the stone. As he does, he can see cracks start to seal, visages start to repair, and even the stone face of the statue seems to be healed.
Ooh.
As the statue is restored, curiously, what you see is not a goddess, but it seems to be a man of some kind. A man who is sitting cross-legged, a soft smile on his face, his eyes closed, and his hands in front of him in a meditative pose.
What? It's a man? Disappointing.
I do that sometimes. But usually my weapon's in between my hands.
Curious figure.
Can I throw out a in check or something? But my inclination after our talk with Cornelius is that I want to compare what we know and the description we've been given versus this image. Is it plausible that this is the Sage of is it 8 paths?
9 paths, but no,
9 paths.
it is unlikely.
I was gonna ask if it's similar to any of the statues we saw in that violet area. The one with Nefaria and the other 7.
It doesn't look like that either.
Hmm.
As you start to look at the stone, you can see that the style in which it is made differs from the stones around it.
Mhm. It had been made at a later date?
You know what? I'm going to give you another roll, Marlo, because you are a bard. So go ahead and roll me d20 plus your character level.
I'm gonna get right behind it.
Marlo,
I
as
will
you...
inspire myself.
Okay.
So I'll add 6, so that's 24.
Marlo, as you start to investigate the stone more carefully, you start to feel the presence of the artist that made it. The stone is made with pride. Not just any kind of pride, but one that is deep-rooted in tradition. Not pride of oneself, but pride of one's people. You can also see that the stone is worked entirely different from the cobbles around you. It's sanded with a less harsh of an edge, almost as if it was made from clay first and then held in place by stronger stone. But what catches you the most are the eyes. The design of the eyes seem to have a slight lilt towards them, leading you to believe that they are probably of foreign make. And I can give you one more history check because you are a 4. So it's not impossible for you.
Is this trained, so not advantage? No.
You have advantage. You suspect that this statue is from glass, or was made by a sculptor in the glass style.
Arlo will use a charge of his scribe kit and begin doing a rough copy. A lot of not verbal, but written notes about details and the rough sketch of the statue. A lot of people from Haikyo back in Arcadum now. Maybe they could give us some insight as to the details of this statue. But in either case, it seems to be placed with a reverence both to itself and the circle. It is it's a bit different than the other circles we've been to. Non-disruptive.
Was there anything behind it?
Well, this is where things get pretty curious. As you stand behind it, you see that there is a door, a sliding door inside of it, that due to Marlowe's mending has repaired. Was once broken and caved in, is now a functioning stone slide. Your bandit senses tell you from there's definitely something inside of that.
I smell some income, but I'll hold it back. There's a door behind the statue.
Oh,
Is it a what? Oh.
Arlo, you know more about this thing. Should we open it, interfere?
Sure, we could open it. I don't know what interference would look like. Perhaps not taking anything until we know exactly what it is.
If
This
there's
place
anything
seems to
to
be...
find.
It's true.
presuming there is. This place seems to be very stable and peaceful. It'd be unwise for us to disrupt what is here. Unlike the laboratories on the other circles. Seems that we might be the disruptors. Mr. Swig, while Gruel is currently focusing, do you mind giving us a... de nada. Do you mind giving us a sense of the mana of this circle? Tell us what you're...
See. I don't sense any magic.
Say?
Bonito. There's no magic here, Mr. Marlowe.
I doubt that, but okay.
Not that I can
Thank you.
sense on the statue anyway. Please, Twilight Mouse, explain to me your expertise in the subject.
We just came through a...
That's what I thought.
Ah!
You
Fine,
want me
whatever.
to open it for you, Marlo? How big is the door?
It's not very big. It's about, I'd say, I guess, like a toaster
Like
door.
this?
Not toaster, I'm an idiot. A microwave door. Kind of like,
Like a
it's a
toaster
small,
door.
it's a small, like, cut square, about 2 feet across.
Yes, so a
1 foot
Twilight
away.
Mouse-sized door.
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
I'll slide it open.
Alright, as you slide it open, the stone grinds against stone, but since it's been repaired, it opens rather easily. And inside, you see a small stack of scrolls.
Oh. I was thinking
Oh.
about this would be some cash.
Ash, I was expecting a labyrinth that extended down for countless miles. Evil
A
abominations.
2-foot door.
This isn't
From-
money.
From this toaster door? No.
Scrolls, knowledge,
taste.
monk, perhaps?
About, I'll give you 5 gold for all those scrolls. Call it even.
Mr. Marlowe,
Let me look at the scrolls one more time. Um,
Well, for you to do
Double it.
that, you have to act. Okay.
I'm just looking.
Okay.
Give me 20
You know,
and you
what's,
have a deal.
That's reasonable. Here,
Alright.
take 20 gold.
I'd take 20 gold. You can have the scrolls.
Transaction complete.
Marlowe
I
will...
whispered to Maros. I wasn't actually gonna take it, so it's free money.
Marlowe will pick up his newly acquired rightful property.
All right, Marlo.
you just bought out of a statue?
As
It
you
doesn't belong to you?
as you pick up the scrolls, they have a weight to them. As you pull them out, you see that they are made out of a thick parchment that you don't recognize of either Calcatessian or Corvanian origin, leading you to believe that the original synopsis of these are Glen is probably more likely. As you start to investigate the scrolls, you can see that they are written in a language that you do not understand. Pretty sure you don't know Glen, do you?
No,
Yeah.
but the minute I see that, I will comprehend languages.
Okay. To cast Comprehend Language, you're able to make out what these scrolls are. As you open them up, they are scrolls enacting fighting styles. Demonstrations of martial prowess that have intricate designs, breathtaking illustrations, complete with notes, no doubt from many masters.
They seem to be martial. Purpose and origin.
I'll perk up and like it's telling you how to fight.
Well, there is
Effectively, yes.
there is an old monastery nearby, I imagine.
Is it just in words or is there pictures?
Are there pictographs or diagrams, or is it all
Yeah.
instructed?
I said it was illustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Do any of them have anything to do with using conjuring large rocks or throwing rocks as projectiles?
is this a
Yes,
a throwing
actually.
build?
Oh shit!
There is a fighting style that uses the earth around it. There's also one that uses fire, one that uses water, one that uses the wind, one that seems to conjure forth the sun, and one that conjures the shadow. These are all into a singular stack, while another one focuses on more straightforward weapon use, using weapons of Glayan origin, and yet another one that shows advanced hand-to-hand forms, focusing on different stances of the body, that you see have a bit of an animalistic motif to them.
Was there
I
any
will-
kind of
I'll
Go
take
ahead.
the earth one and hand the stack back to Chrome. You might actually be interested in these.
is there like a martial check I can make
Yes.
to like understand it? I'll do that.
Being a
Nice.
warrior, you take a look at it, Chrome, and you're able to make out a few things. First, these forms certainly seem more fanciful, more of the focal point on the art form. But that being aside, they do look effective. You can also see that there's a focus not on the weapon, more so as on the presence of the body. This is representation of the difference between how a monk fights and how like a soldier fights, like you.
Yes.
You use your items, where the monk is the weapon itself, and you certainly see the evidence of such a demonstration. Mechanically, what this does is that now that you've discovered this, once you have added this to a Arcadum, if you so choose to do so, you can generate monks in your barracks and your fighting force, your standing army.
Beyond that one
In addition,
monk with the silver star was interested in this kind of thing. Now we'll have it if they ever come back.
in addition to that, once it's integrated into Arcadum, or if you sell it or add it to the Bard's College, basically if you in some way make it public access, this will permanently unlock all of the monastic styles.
I'll look at
I'm
Marlo.
gonna pour myself a glass of wine, and I'm gonna geek out over the rock fighting style, the earth.
I'll look at Marlo.
Yeah.
These are knowledge, not in the words of knowledge, but a knowledge in fighting. Perhaps a trade to this shrine. We can make this shrine better at the library you are creating.
I think that's wise, but we should probably leave these.
Yes. You
What I
can
can
make
do is
copies.
make copies, yeah, and then leave the originals.
I'll just have the
That's-
scrolls.
It's a lot of scrolls. It's going to take some time to make copies.
No, I can help them out. It's basic things, but in a way of not how I fight, but in the way of one body and soul.
Is the earth-based fighting style, is that a fighting style, or is that like a monastic fighting style?
It is a monastic fighting style.
Okay. Marlo will put the scroll back in the thing.
All this time I've been thinking that I should find a way to purchase or make a very strong weapon, to kill the melted one, but this sounds like a lot of work. But to make oneself the weapon, that's very interesting.
I can see the use of it, but it takes decades to train your body as a weapon. Even more.
All right then.
So
Monks
I would
are
like to.
odd people.
Yes. I met none of them, but I've seen demonstrations. I would like to have this knowledge back to the library, if you could help me.
Of course. Yeah. Most certainly.
He puts all the scrolls back in and then takes one by one and help Marlo scribe his do his mumbo jumbo as I help him do his demonstrate the fighting style.
So if you're going to copy these, it's going to take like days.
Oh.
It's not fast.
Yeah.
Just take them. Nobody lives here.
Depending on what Gruul finds with his senses, I'm pretty down to spend a couple days copying these. Especially if they'd prove useful to Moazgadan, especially with all the Haikioan people.
Alright, as that time passes, Nunonoth. You detect people and animals. That's it.
Are any of the people close?
Not really. They're on the road nearby, at the edge of your sight. You sense a shepherd with some sheep moving through the nearby hills.
And the animals are all probably natives?
As far as you know, you see oxen, you see sheep, horses, things you expect to see.
Right. He'll come out of his meditations and look up, see them all gathered around it. I wasn't able to find out who was here previously. All I could find were locals. People wandering around, but no one close by. Place seems deserted, as far as I can tell. At least for now. What is this?
Glayan martial instructions, as far as I can tell, for niche combats, maneuvers, and things. Would be useful for the citizens, I believe. But yeah, we're just copying these down.
Oh, also, did I get a sense of disruption? Like anything was messing with my senses? Like this place was protected?
With what senses? With primeval awareness?
Yeah, primeval consciousness.
That wouldn't reveal that anyway.
Okay.
But there is a determinate sense of peace in this area that honestly you haven't felt, I think, anywhere else. I would say that at this point you guys start to notice that maybe this is a faith-like effect, actually. Maybe it's more so just the circumstances of the environment. Swig will point out that there seems to be a natural emanation from the statue. Feelings of peace and prosperity.
I have an idea. What if I ask permission to take these scrolls so we can not have time wasted on copying them? Looks at Luke.
Marlo will look at the parchment and how unique it is and be very tempted by that. We'll mull it over for a minute.
Perhaps we make copies back in Moascadon, and then you return the copies here.
That's an idea. This place is very old. I doubt anyone's coming looking for them.
Well, I was asking to ask the statue permission.
It's...
Oh, his mumbling?
It's a statue.
I could do my form of meditation and see if I could connect in some way with the statue's artist or spirit. It's almost the same as what more and how we people do it, but instead we have graves. Let me give it a shot.
I will follow suit as well.
I'll take all the scrolls and then I'll head and I'll lay it down flat on the ground. Then I will put my axe on the ground, Belfrost. I'll kneel. I won't copy his. I'll kneel and do my form of meditation and have my axe in hand and close my eyes and I'll say, I would like to have these originals back to the library where we keep all knowledge available to everyone. Keep your culture alive. I'm asking your permission to take them.
Only the wind blowing through the trees is your answer, and the same sense of peace emanates from the statue.
Now looks up and I didn't get a yes or no, but I didn't get any wrongdoing sense of feeling.
Is this some kind of warrior code thing? It's a statue.
It's
Naturally buried with
it's a
it.
I pray to my ancestors when I kneel and do what I do. As battles, each of them can lead to my death, and I hope for the next battle to be a great battle where I do not have to worry about false outcomes and such.
I will nod thoughtfully.
I'll pick
We'll
up the scrolls.
Oh, if you can leave those there.
No, I'll
I'm
put
gonna try something. I think these ancestors that you're trying to connect to are foreign. I don't know. I'll see what I can glean from their history. I'll cast tongues first, and then I will use the history mastery.
Okay. The world around you starts to fade away. Same focus that you saw before, as a figure from the past is conjured. But instead, the figure does not appear to be a person on the ground standing next to you as it normally is, but rather the statue itself seems to become animated in the presence of a smiling, portly, happy man. It awaits your questions.
Who are you?
I am known by many names. The most common of which is the Resting Monk.
What is this place to you?
This
Circle.
place was a shrine made by travelers from my home, so that they would have a peace while so far away from theirs.
Will opening this Fey gate that this rests upon disrupt your shrine?
Not at all. The Fae are my friends in the trees and the sky, just like any that cross my path. Only one thing is required: that something is left for weary travelers to rest.
Ella will convey that to the party. And he's just stuck in thought for a minute.
The vision fades.
For rest?
I do have rations still left over.
Yes. I'm looking through my bag. I don't have a lot to leave. I only have the one health potion and one emergency purging potion.
Oh, Craig, you got a live TV in the background.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, I have 3 common potions of healing.
I think we should copy these and leave the originals in the unfortunately.
Okay.
That would take time. Are we going to lay about, lounge here in the stones for however many days it takes to copy them?
It shouldn't take longer than a week, at absolute maximum,
Oof.
even if I take my time. Plus, we've essentially budgeted ourselves 20 days to handle the potential threat on the end of this portal, and we seem to have found the opposite.
Yes, it is very nice.
I don't know
I-
what any of us do with nice things.
I'd
Maybe
kind
it's
of
a-
like to look around. Feels nice here. It's actually peaceful. I haven't felt peaceful in
What if,
ages.
Mr. Marlowe, what if you borrowed the scrolls and we went off, I don't know, find a comfortable place in Hillylox, I suppose. Or we could the thing Roll said about going back to Arcadum, copying them down there and then returning?
Are you uneasy? What is the root of your suggestion?
I'm not particularly keen on camping on stones for a week.
What are you talking about?
What's wrong with stones, Twilight Mouse? What's wrong with
They're,
stones?
they're,
We're
they're nice
not-
and soft and flat,
We're not,
and the
we're
rain's
not all
weathered
like
them.
you. Not all of us can just make stones into whatever shape we want.
They're perfectly shaped as is.
Ugh.
This
You can
seems
Agree
sleep
to
in the
disagree, I
moss.
suppose.
Moss is actually quite soft.
I don't want to sleep in moss. No, anyway,
This
what
all
what are we
seems
I like
doing?
moss.
rather serendipitous, I guess is the word. We suddenly get an influx of Glayans, and now we find a temple for one of their ancients.
Well, we got an influx of people from Haikyo. Not all of them are Glayans.
Their traditions are, from what little we know.
I will be here copying these scrolls and working on something to offer this place. Don't consider what I'm doing to be a denial of your wishes to leave this place. If you wish to go rent a room in an inn in your hometown, my guest, I guess.
I won't deny that it's very tempting, but at the same time, we've been given a boon of efficiency here. We thought this was going to take a lot longer, and that there would be probably something to fight off, and there isn't. Efficiently, we would return to Moazkadan and look at the next one. Find a way to secure this location or something.
I have
Next
a
one is the
suggestion.
demon. Yes, Gru.
If we want to make this traveling here benefit us, we could find aid in Twilight's Mouse home, and we have a quick access back to Mwazadan, and we can make a mutual benefit for the both of us.
Suppose that's true. Part of my mind was thinking go back to Moazkadan, collect some people, and task them with defending this place. But if we found locals who could do it more casually, that might be worthwhile either way.
Grab that bathroom, keep roleplaying.
I think if the
Right.
locals wanted to, they would have already. Seems to be just a nice place.
A nice place that is rapidly becoming a tactical place.
Not
We don't know.
necessarily.
Yes, but we don't know if Agamemnon's forces care about all of the Fae Gates the way we do, or not.
They care about the ley lines. more than the gate.
which intersect at the gates, yes?
No.
No.
Oh. I was under the impression they did. My bad.
Not
One
all
of the
them.
major points is the broken oaks. There's no gate that we know of there whatsoever.
Perhaps
Not the
we,
brothers. Sorry.
perhaps those from Haiku. Perhaps we could attempt to endear them to us. They are running refugees. So many of them. Perhaps we give a few of them, or their leaders, or such, access to this place. It is theirs by history, at least. Perhaps we could gain their trust and at the same time secure this location by having them secure it for us.
I think that is that plan comes to fruition. That would be very beneficial. I don't see any harm that could be done by doing so.
We would be forced to give them knowledge of the gate.
And what's the harm in that?
Perhaps an oath to make of secrecy of it, so long as this place is, at least on this side, considered their land, at least within our ownership. The right to do with it, but our right to travel through it.
There's a lot of thinking to do about that.
As long
far
as we
as
can keep it secret from the Brass Baron as long as possible, that is all that matters to me.
The Brass Baron knows about this place, no doubt. It's in his backyard, Mr. Grill.
And yet, nobody owns it, nobody touches it, and the only thing that we've seen of it is a child dancing within it who is not here.
Yes, because it's a ruin.
And it's strategically not very valuable.
No, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Containing within it a piece of a portal that allows one to teleport. I don't think he has much knowledge of this place, but if that's a worry that you think he would already, I feel like he would have attempted to take the city more quickly.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't say this spot is strategically disadvantaged. We have access to the sea on this side.
Sure, but he also has access to the sea from the north.
Yes,
And
but
Perhaps
all of
not
his-
as easy, but it is closer to where he would want to go, presumably.
And all of his enemies are on the far corner of the map.
That, and let's assume he takes more now. He's already closer to his target than this gate would give him access to.
Mm-hmm.
That and all of his forces.
But he is a man of money and trade, having a strategic port, a way to move goods at long distances. It would be too valuable. I do not believe he
goods
knows
here
this place.
are rocks.
Or at least not the truth of it.
He would have taken Hillylocks then. Perhaps there's just something I'm not seeing. I am in the dark about a lot of his motivations. This is simply running off of the premise of his ambition and my own logic that
His goals are vastly different than ours. We're not even on the same game board. So what
It'll
is it
take
then?
the
Are
next.
we're
It'll
staying?
take the next few days to copy these.
Honestly, I don't mind exploring for a couple days. We also need to figure out how to activate the Fey Gate, so...
We'll
Well,
be
we
in
have-
correspondence with Laza. I want to make sure that we don't fuck anything up and do this properly.
And I shall go on patrol. Being in this area makes me uncomfortable.
I honestly find it very comfortable to be here.
Arcadum,
Rocks?
how far is Haley Locks from here? It's like several days travel.
It is. Doo-doo. Despite how big it appears on the map, it's actually only about 3 hours or so
Oh, that's not far at all.
to the edge of town. Yeah.
I suppose if Marlowe's going to stay here and Mr. Swig, who seems to be some kind of Fey specialist, can figure out how the portal works, Miss Na, I'll come with you if you want to go somewhere.
Okay. I wish to explore the ruins, the area around.
Now patrol to make sure we're safe while he does his copying.
All right, I'm gonna separate you into groups. Then I'm gonna put you two together because you're both doing exploration stuff. You are going where?
I'm going with them.
To explore the ruins.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing, Chrome?
Just helping Marlo out if he needs my help, or he can do it by himself.
Okay, and then Swig will do some druid shit over here.
I'll leave Beryl here specifically with the instructions that to telepathically inform me if I'm needed. So.
In that case, Barrow will be a table for Marlo to work on.
I expect to see many more cigarette burns.
Did you want breakfast?
I didn't eat this morning, so.
I'm
Oink!
talking about not having breakfast.
No. I'd rather not be quite as obvious in my patrols.
Alright.
Oink.
I still have tongues on. Do I understand what he's saying?
Oh, yeah. It's, like, I would want you riding me. Piece of shit.
Damn, brutal.
Nice.
I
As I also understand breakfast.
Alright, so you're gonna spend the time copying those scrolls, yes?
Yeah, however many days it takes.
Okay. Give me a...
I'm gonna piss really hard. IRL. Let me know.
Okay,
Okay.
you go pee, because the next part's important, so I'll wait for you to get back.
Cool.
Alright, pee time.
Pee-pee time! Pee-pee time! Pee-pee time! Little pee-pee boy time! Gonna take a pee.
Alright, fine.
I'm sorry, I'm a silly man. If it was a rich boy. It'd probably sound like that.
Just like that. Skibidi-doo-doo. Turtle power.
Oh, dude, you know what I sounded like there? Dobby from where the wild thing, or no, from the Wild Thornberries.
Oh yeah.
You remember that fucking show, dude?
Man, that was a good show.
That was such a good smashing.
Friggin' Nigel Thornberry, what a legend.
Nigel, it's perfect.
I desperately want to do the voice, just but I know I'd just be screeching into my mic.
Oh man, remember when she told that she could speak to animals and then everything terrible happened? Because she had to.
Man, it has been so long. That stuff is like burned in like core parts of my memory, but all the details are
Smashing. Smashing, darling.
He's like the really nice archaeologist who pays.
You have to be careful with all the ancient things. They have to be remembered. Elijah, darling, could you fetch my boots? I've lost them again.
Yeah, these brownies are like 7 days old, and they're sparkling, like someone put glitter on them.
Ah, yes, the sugar melting to the top.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying right now, bro? It's
Ooh,
I'm starting to bro.
they're crystallizing. Thank you.
Crystallize. Sorry. I'm a little weird. Oh.
Marlowe canonically does not use barrel at the table. He's using the nice stone beneath him.
Oh, alright. Fine. That makes sense,
I will
actually.
use
Barrel every
as a
once in a
chair.
while. Slightly shifts closer to him, like, use me, bro.
Project barrel, embrace
Do
rock.
it.
Project
Do
barrel,
it.
embrace the rock. Okay, so I have to decide what order I want to do this in. I think it's more important to do this bit. I'll do this first. Alright, so you three dawdle off to go exploring. Alright, Marlowe. Over the next couple of days, you start to write out the scrolls. Writing out a language that you only understand through magic is quite difficult. Getting the calligraphic nature of this particular language is especially difficult, since it's so different from the language that you're used to writing. However, you start to make reasonable progress. While you work, there's a few things that you begin to notice. Your hand doesn't quite tire like it used to. You feel a sense of comfort from the stones. Dare I say, even a hint of fun and joy starts to spark within you. As your quill
Sweat runs down his forehead.
as your quill dances across the parchment, copying the knowledge so that others may see it, you suddenly feel a soft rumbling, the sound of clacking stones. As you look down from your work, you will see that there is a stone that is rolling towards you of its own volition. And you can see that, by the way, Chrome. So, if you want to do anything, you can, but I'm going to keep going. The stone rolls towards you, Marlowe, and you will see that it slowly starts to take on a face. Such a process you've recognized before in the few times that Ezekine has manifested before you. The Forge Father speaks with a simple, gravelly voice. Marlowe, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
First, we should offer thanks to the resting monk, the being of whose house I have been made a guest. He wishes for me to relay a message to you. His words cannot reach you, but his heart is full of thanks. He has bid my permission that he might reward you for the kindness that you have shown him. Long has his visage been in disrepair, and with a single act of kindness, you have made it to where he can witness the world within this place again, and that those that know peace may seek him out. We have also discussed your piety in recording the scrolls to spread the knowledge of his people without theft. Therefore, once your work is finished, or if you require a break, he asks that you sit within the center of the circles, that he may gift you his thanks. The tiny stone will lift up a carved hand which will give you a thumbs up. Keep it up.
Might Chrome join me? I know he's not directly pious, but I believe that his heart is in the same place as mine at the moment.
The stone father will slowly turn in his tiny rock form and look at Chrome. I believe so. With the thumbs up being given, the little hand will go back into the stone, and it will become just a rock once more.
Did I hear all that, or was it just in Marlo's mind?
No, you heard it.
Oh, okay.
Marlo will continue writing as if a rock suddenly being animated and speaking to him is not unusual whatsoever.
To be fair, it probably isn't.
I've seen weirder. Looks at breakfast.
Oink!
Looks at. I was gonna say Craig looks like Gruel.
Cassium. Yes, my intention wasn't to steal. This is a sacred place. One I shall respect.
All right.
You have my thanks personally. You're given up a lot to fight for something you believe in, and as far as I can tell, the preservation of this kind of knowledge is not a direct means to the end of your goal. So, I personally would like to say thanks, and I believe that if there's any due reward, it should belong to the both of us.
I'll be fine if you were my number one fan.
What?
What? Nothing. I just whispers in my head.
Chrome's intrusive thoughts.
Continue.
All right. Marlo continues to write out the documents until finally, at the end of the third day, he has reached the end. A full copy, all the present texts. How many charges of your scribe kit do you have?
I have 5, but I have 28 pieces of loose paper, 2 scrolls, and 1 empty book.
I would say it's going to take all of them, like all your
Okay.
all your scribe charges.
All the
to get
paper?
one. Yeah.
Okay. I will mark those down. Cool.
I presume you're also doing the illustrations, so it'll probably just take all that because of that.
Yeah, I put them at 0, so I can go recharge at the Moscone.
Okay.
It's just pictures of Chrome doing the poses.
Okay, so as you finish your work, you have the copies. What do you do with the originals?
We'll put the originals back in the back. And the last hour of finishing the copies, I will also ritual cast stone shape on a small rock to make a copy of the oh my god, the resting monk, and kind of palm size, like a baseball, like a copy of the resting monk, so that if a traveler wants to take it with them, they can.
Okay.
I'll place it in the back with the scrolls. That's my way of saying thank you.
Alrighty. You place them back within and seal the stone door shut.
And so you sit in the center.
Happen to sits down. Do we...
Do you also sit down, Marlo?
Yeah.
All right. As you both sit down, you'll feel a soft wind blow through the area. A sense of peace falls over you once more. The conflict of the world in which you live seems to quiet. The rage of war seems to quiet. The terror of the night seems to lessen. And the dawn not so far away. You don't know how long that you were seated in this pose, nor even truly how much time has actually passed. But what you do know is that through this sense of peace, you fall deep within the memories of your past. On battlefields and bounties both claimed by Chrome, and of musings of wind and stone by Marlo. As each shifting moment passes by, the gratitude of the resting monk flows into you. The gift of his people, of their knowledge, and their strength for the trials to come. From you gain proficiency with Galean weaponry.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll write that down somewhere.
In addition, you qualify for the Samurai subclass.
Ooh.
Marlo. The resting monk and its power flows through you. And with it, you can feel the presence of Ezekiel. And what feels almost like a celestial handshake, you feel two powers become one. Marlo, despite your race, you now qualify for the Stonecaller prestige class. And with that, the peace and the wind dance upon the edges of your mind as you feel truly refreshed. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I'm a samurai.
That's sick. Nice. Whoa.
Hey,
I
let
do
me-
have one RP question for Chrome. Will
that?
we be able to go back to that map at some point?
yeah, we're going back. I just got to do
Okay,
their
cool.
stuff next. I got to get them chronologically caught up. All right, let me know when you're.
I'm in.
Loaded.
I'm loaded. Wow.
Okay. So you guys are in medium zoom right now. So, just so that you're aware, each of these squares is approximately 50 feet.
Gotcha.
I tried to adjust your tokens to the appropriate size. Okay,
This is
time to explore. Map is active. Perception checks to start.
okie dokie. Nara's too caught up looking at everything like, wow, this is cool.
All right. You can see that down the hills that give Hilly Locks its name, You can see that there are ruins etched into the side of these hills, kind of like, oh, how would I describe that? Are they the pueblos, like the houses made in the side of cliffs?
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah, so like that, but like elvish. That's what you're seeing, kind of walking through here.
Would we recognize it as Elvish, or
Yes, it is most certainly elvish.
were many of the refugees Elvish, or was this perhaps placed on top? Or I should say the statue.
They're refugees of where? Of Aikyo?
I guess I got my timelines a little mixed up. I'm not quite sure how Glayans got here. This is an Elvish place.
Well, that's a good question. They... A long time has passed, I suppose.
And there are quite a few lanes we keep running into. Take the Silver Star. They're
Yeah.
lane.
Yes.
So
And
this place is old and empty. There's now, I see, 2 visitors, dead and gone.
Alright, when you get to about here, you can see that there are buildings, or at least what remains of buildings, that surround the area. You can see at one point this must have been a village or a fortress or maybe even a temple.
as I go around, I'm going to poke into one of these buildings. See what I see. Any valuables that I'm tomb raiding?
When you walk into this room, Twilight Mouse, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, okay. That'll go well.
Intense emotions dance across the Twilight Mouse's face. Her eyes well with tears as she recognizes this room, because it is built in the very same way that her sensei built theirs. A place of training and reflection. A dojo.
I'm looking around. I imagine his probably had, the things that dojos tend to have, little chests with scrolls and training things.
You can see all of those things that were once here. Long since the elements have reclaimed them. But you can see within the shadow of this place what it must have been like.
I'm just going to find a spot in the middle and clear some of the rubble. And just kind of sit cross-legged in the middle of the room. Think over breathing exercises. And just embrace the place for a little bit.
Okay, what are the other two doing?
I'm slowly moving over to this one.
Okay. Oh, also, quick aside, for the people that are really enjoying these maps are from Zen Maps. That is their
I'm
Patreon.
writing down that name.
Yeah, Zen Maps from Patreon. So go check them out, sign up for their stuff. They're very good. All right, continue.
I love finding maps like this. It's gorgeous. But Nara makes her way over here. Gotta admit, this place is beautiful in an odd way. Kinda destroyed, but I don't know. Not like the destruction I'm used to seeing.
I'm trying to keep them both within line of sight, but also trying to check to see if there's any cracks that have moved through here. Anything that seems fresher.
Survival check.
Yeah.
Can I sort of climb up into here, take a look around?
Sure. Perception check or investigation check, your choice.
Oh, I'm probably not great at either of those. Oh, look, I have a +1 in investigation. Ooh.
Okay. Up here, you can see what must have been maybe like a restaurant or a mess hall. There's a bunch of tables and plates and other such accoutrements of a dining area. And Ananoth, you do not detect any other tracks other than those left by your companions.
He'll let them wander, but again, trying to keep track of them.
After a little while, I will wipe my face and come out. All right. Ready to move on when you are.
Starts making her way back around to everyone. Hey, so you think this is where that one girl we had visions of was hanging out?
Oh, I doubt anyone lives here. Not for a long time, anyway.
Perhaps
Hmm.
he was like what we saw in Moascodan. Spirit that lingers. Place doesn't seem to be holding anyone within it.
Spirit.
Mr. Ninanoth. And Twilight Mouse will, as she's walking, just suddenly kind of stop. I feel like I owe you an apology.
A bit late.
I know. I was always a slow learner, but so, up until recently, kept, I suppose, not consciously, but telling myself that I couldn't just do what I wanted, I couldn't just be happy. If I did, it would take away from... It would mean he didn't matter. It would mean that I didn't care that he was gone. But after repeated conversations with you, and Na, and Chrome, and now with the Silver Star, goddess, they're cool, I realize that I do have to remember him, but also live because it's what he'd want me to do. And I'm sorry it's taken this long and this many times to understand. Please forgive me for my slowness, and I will turn to you and give a very Galayan bow. 1,000 pardons.
Perhaps the next time we get into a conversation you are more attached to, you will act better. And if you can do that, then I will accept this apology. Till then, we need to be checking this place. Although, I do not believe it is occupied.
Yes.
Although, much of this bothers me.
Well,
How
What is
old-
bothering
you?
How old is this tier for him to have
Ancient.
outlived all of this? Multiple generations, civilizations.
Well, it clearly hasn't outlived
I mean,
all of it. This place is a disaster. Look at it. It's falling apart.
you read the same as me. You know what Cornelius talked about, right?
There's one thing to hear it, see it.
It's another to ponder it. So many plants. My gosh.
Does anything, by the way, does anything look like a watchtower or anything that's just a higher point? There, Arcadum.
Arcadum?
Oh, maybe he the PP.
Maybe.
I'm here. Sorry.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Is there anything that looks like it resembles a watchtower, or at least a taller point that one could use as a watchtower?
Marshall check.
Nice.
With a 29, you don't see any such structure. You need to believe that it's probably not a fortress.
Not even so much as a tower. People weren't expecting a fight here.
Kind of sticks with Twilight Mouse.
You know, I wish I'd come here as a child. Back then I was rather sickly and didn't go outside much. But even then, it wouldn't have mattered much. I wouldn't have had the ties to a place like this at the time. Time is frustratingly convoluted.
Yeah, especially since it's supposedly a little broken around the edges. Hence Raquel.
You see a residential
Yeah,
home. Several of them, in fact. All broken down and fallen in on themselves.
That is a shame. Well, I'm not one to dig through the residential homes. I just came to look around, see what all there was to see.
You know, I'm not normally one to dig around either, but there's something about this place. And I'm gonna poke around residential homes, see if I find anything cultural,
Investigation.
meaningful.
Negatory.
No, the place is ruined. How far are we going, Mr. Grohl? I know you're more on a peripheral scouting, I suppose.
I see no issue in going through every house to ensure its safety, if that's what you wish. But once that's done, I will begin my patrols.
All right. Up, 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 up. I'm just poking around, looking at things, seeing if anything jumps out of the woodwork at me.
You don't really see anything. Just more wood and more stone.
I wish I knew this place's stories. I think Mr. Marlowe is starting to rub off on me. Maybe I bring him here. He can do that thing that he does, where he talks to rocks. There's a lot of rocks
Are there
here.
any spirits around?
Negative.
Nope, no ghosts. Nope. Man, it has been ages since we found a place that was peaceful and not war-ridden. Even though it's ruins, it's quite nice.
After the Silverstones.
Yeah, especially after that.
You know, that was downright traumatic. That was a lot of death. It's weird to talk about, and
I've seen a lot of death.
Expect to see more of it in the future.
I hope to be bringing that to a close, not seeing more of it.
Well, how else do you expect to make it come to a close?
Slowly. I know we're gonna have to deal with more of it, but hopefully it'll be getting less and less time goes on.
Smell of burned people is a lot worse than I expected it would be.
Mm.
Hope we don't have to deal with that again.
Don't go to the Pale City. Don't go to an apostate burning.
Yes, I avoided those on account of my poor breathing as a child. Never been to one.
All right. When you get to about here, you can see that the trail finishes going down and around and then on towards Hilly Locks.
Looks out down the road. That's your home?
It used to be.
Hmm.
My parents were merchant nobles there for most of my youth. Are we going there, or are we going back to the rocks?
Let's not, in case anyone recognizes you.
Please. They wouldn't recognize me, and I'll move a hand in front of my face. See? It would be totally fine.
Ooh, that is uncanny.
Oh, sorry. Rocks. I really like them.
No matter how good your disguise is,
Look at all
it
these
won't last
rocks.
long on me. You know that. I am not unique in the aspect of being able to do that.
Oh, I suppose I could probably touch you up a little bit as well. I could do a costume for you. We could make you look like a rock.
Well, look, we've got a couple of days. If you yourself, being able to hide and all that in plain sight, wanted to, I don't know, go down and at least see how home looks, I
You
say
know,
do it.
I think that would be. I don't know that there's a point. The.
Is there anything that you wish to do that couldn't be done with a simple note?
No, there's.
What I'm trying to
Actually-
say is, would seeing it and regaining some of like the nostalgic memories renew yourself?
There's only two people that I'm nostalgic about. I would kind of like to run into Mama Sophia and Holden, but I don't know if they still live here. I suppose that would be interesting to find out.
And do what? Reveal yourself? Let them know that you're, still alive?
No, I just need to look.
Or just pretend that... If you just need to know that they're still around, again, a simple note can easily figure such things out. Endangering ourselves and what we're doing here is not what we need.
No, I agree. That was not the point of coming here. You're right. We should probably stay in the shadows. It's one thing to collect information that's useful, and another entirely to follow my whims.
If and then when we bring the Galeans over, simply have them, when they come to the town, check on these people. Simple. Yes?
Yes, no, that makes sense. And if they are fine, then they'll probably be fine then. And if they're not, well then... I really, really, really want to go. But at the same time, you're right. Are we just going back then?
You may. I will begin my patrols. I do not wish to be there longer than I need to.
What about you, Na?
I'm good. It was good to see this.
All right then. We'll do it another time.
All right. I'm on tiny. What are you? Not Marlowe, but
I'm me again. It's okay.
All right, and so Twilight Mouse and Nar return, but not after this touching moment.
I just wanted to say I admire your masculine breast tissue. Very
Okay.
becoming. No, I have a serious fucking thing. One
Please,
second.
please. I'm
I gotta cook.
concentrating.
Okay. Marlo will break the silence. What could have been hours, and will look a bit concerned and look in Chrome's direction. You'll say, Mr. Chrome, something that has been on my mind. I'd like to get your perspective on.
I'm listening.
I'm not a warrior at heart. We have killed many together in an extreme and ruthless efficiency. There's a difference there. Microsecond of hesitation, or I send stones through the skulls of whoever happens to be our enemy. And I have never seen you have this hesitation. Not even for the minute fraction of a second. Despite our differences in this manner, I don't think I know how to appreciate peace. Much to Laza's confusion, I'm not grateful for it. And I don't even know if I should be. So I guess the heart of my question is, what does peace mean to you?
Chrome will excel heavily. Peace. Funny. I don't know what peace is. Ever since the passing of my son, I've always been on a path full of vengeance. But here, my experience disappears, and I become not what I thought. I become simply a man. I don't know what true peace is until I grab it by its neck. Till then, I can tell you what peace is. Perhaps we can search it together.
Be interested to hear it when you find it. Grab it by the neck, as you say.
Indeed. I would also like to say you say you're not the warrior. This is a fact, but you are more than a warrior. You use your magic. You use your words in ways a warrior could never imagine. And the outcome of it was cities built, great demons acknowledged your existence, a god. See who you are. Don't forget that. You're not a warrior, but you are other many titles that has been gifted to you.
I've been quite fortunate in that. To live a life I wanted to be the man I wanted to be. Every day. What is who judges you on if you're a good warrior or if you judge yourself? What merit, what criteria do you find in that? You look for a god to tell you that you are a righteous warrior, or you're doing what you want to do correctly.
I don't see an approval of a higher being of what good job I can do. I like to see that the ones who stand next to me, as long as they're standing, I'm doing a good enough job.
Marlo will do a head nod.
Romo stand from sitting. Strange place. This is what you would like to see throughout all of Corvinus.
Not necessarily, no. Feels foreign. This peacefulness. But I think this is what most people would dream for Corvinus. And I think I get to be the man I want to be. Follow in the footsteps of the lessons my God has taught me. It is to help provide those who wish to see something like this what they need to make it.
Well, till then, we have to stop the greater beings or the hierarchy here to see that
Marlo gives a small head nod.
Can't say.
All right, and at this point, the others arrive.
What could happen? Yeah, I know a lot could happen, but still. Look, what I'm saying is, it's your home. It's your past. I don't really get to see my home anymore.
Didn't you though, when you guys went to Edgington?
Yeah?
Did it change while you were gone?
No, not really. It changed when I was there.
That sounds better, I suppose.
Hmm.
It's worse. It's worse when you're gone from somewhere for a while and you go back.
I had only been gone for like, what? 4 months, maybe? Tops?
Edgington sucks. No offense.
there was a lot of undead there.
So, any luck copying down your scrolls?
Yes, we have enough. And take these back.
Good. Well,
Did
I
you visit your
suppose-
hometown?
No, it's several hours away, and Grohl was
Grow was grow.
anxious about it, I suppose.
Where
He's
is?
patrolling the area right now.
Oh,
This might be speculation, but he does have a somewhere around about 5 meters of undeath that surrounds him. Maybe the
Yes.
anxiety is within his own aura, so to speak.
I understand that, and that was probably also part of why he didn't want to go, because, that's kind of hard to mask.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Suppose that's fair, but
This is his arms.
it's not what we came here for. Things
Well,
are
we could
just
return.
things, and places are places.
Sure, but we have the time if you wish to visit. We could return, begin a bit
we
more
could put
focus.
a foothold in Hillocks, even if it's not advantageous, as some would say.
True,
But
I haven't been home I haven't been here, I suppose, in 3 years. Things may have changed. It would be good to know if there's some kind of threat in Hillocks all of a sudden that we don't account for.
Should we do so with the backing of some of the people from Haikyo? Perhaps some of them are monks or
In Hillocks?
originate from... Yeah, perhaps some of them originate from Hillocks.
I mean, I know Hillocks is surrounded by ruins of this sort, but that might be a good idea. Who do you have in mind? Anyone trustworthy?
Oh, no one specific, but I assume that a portion of those 7,000 people would be a good fit. At least one to.
Fair. Okay. Well,
Wazgadan is a cozy place, but there are some people who don't adapt well to living underground.
his windows are nice. Breeze, a little fog. Plants that aren't mushrooms. Okay, well, do you want to call Laza and see if he'll just pick someone from the crowd, or do we
Let's
need to go
establish the gate
ourselves?
first and be in correspondence with Laza. When we return, we'll take some time to get a group of people to come through.
And just come right back here?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm for it. Shall we fetch Mr. Grohl?
Yes, unless he doesn't want to be fetched.
I'm assuming. I'm gonna go find him.
I'm pretty sure we just let Barrel of Laughs.
Oh, yes,
notify
good.
him.
He sensed the frowning.
It just happened to be here. Very good.
Walks in.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
We finished up what we
Cool.
needed here.
Yeah, I'll be squatting, contacting Laza for instructions to connect the Fey Gate from this end.
All right. As you communicate with Laza, you're able to arrange the stones in the appropriate manner, and before you know it, a flash of magic, and the portal is connected once more.
I love it when it's simple.
Oink!
This has been the easiest one yet.
In truth, we also had a bit of an easier time, at least with the gate within the Ice Thunder, but the city itself was the issue.
True.
There's nothing wrong with appreciating something going according to plan from time to time.
By the
It's
way,
nice.
Marlo, what was the name of this monk?
the resting monk.
Resting monk. Yeah, okay.
Wait, was it
He's
the resting?
kinda-
Did I fuck that up?
No, you're correct.
No, it's the
It's-
resting
Okay,
monk.
cool.
Look,
Okay.
he's resting.
You mentioned it was Galean, and I wanted to get the name. I'm making a list of things to start chatting with the Silver Star about.
May I look over the scrolls once we're back at the city? I did not get a chance with my walking run.
Do you
Of course.
read
Yeah.
Galean?
No, but like Chrome, I am also martially practiced.
I will have to make a second copy, as these belong in Sanctuary. When I'm making those copies, it could be your turn to watch over them.
I can read them within the sanctuary. That is fine.
Oh. Alright.
We'll give them the other copies to Flautist to probably. Says, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We'll give them to someone.
Perhaps
The distribute.
not Flautist Pandora.
She might get creative.
She might start getting creative.
Well, in and out then. We go back, find a Galean who wants to come with us, and then back here. Mr. Grohl, we are intending to explore Hillylocks after all, but with a fresh set of eyes that might have a deeper connection to the area.
Yes, that seems wise.
By people who are allies to Mazgadan, people who are citizens and who would wish to be on this side of the portal as a part of their own personal interest.
And by giving it to them and promising only that we are allowed to move through, perhaps we can even get them to hold its secrets. He points towards the gate.
Or perhaps.
You're very trusting, Mr. Grohl.
I would ask them of
That's
an oath.
sarcasm.
No,
I'm not giving it to them.
I
Making
think
sure that they have promises to be held, things that must be kept between us.
you trust a promise too far. People always lie.
We just met a god of oaths. If we need to, we have ways.
I mean, I trust a god of oaths, but
I
is
think
the
there's
devil.
There's a million ways this entire continent can be fucked 5 ways to Sunday. None of that involves the location of this circle being revealed.
I simply only worry that we reveal our hand too early before we can defend against those who would attempt to snatch it from us.
I think
Then let's postpone. We'll
our
keep
hand
the,
was rather revealed when Mr. Marlowe sent all those notes to random people we don't know.
Yeah, there's a.
Alright, how do we work this thing?
It's on. Just walk forward.
We just walk forward.
Twig, pull the lever.
Push Twilight Mouse into the portal.
Ah!
Alright. You guys go back through the portal. Well. That went well.
We have
Uh-huh.
4 more days.
Sounds like that little girl dancing around with the flowers and stuff, she's gonna turn into an abomination.
No, she just went
There's
home,
no way.
you know. To Hillylocks.
To her,
The
to her
Hillylocks.
loving family.
Yeah, to the town that I had.
He can cast 6-level spells, I fucking know it.
It's okay, Arcadum. We'll be back to the town.
Like, I was
Probably
like,
next
surely
session.
she'll go check out home, right? No?
She's
Not-
trying to be wise.
I wonder
She's
where that
trying to be
kid went.
wise.
Told to her loving
She's
baby.
probably an endo demon.
She's a fucking.
We should kill her
demon.
immediately.
Kill her as soon as we see her, dude.
I'd
What
raise
did,
it
what
from
did,
the
what
dead
did Marlo?
and
What did
rescue her.
Marlo say? With brutal efficiency. Oh god.
Nice.
But anyway,
But anyway, we'll be back next week.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do have to get going. I already talked to them beforehand, chat room, but I do have to get going. I have to get my ride and everything. But they're going to get an extra 30 on their next session to make up for the lost time. So,
Hooray.
Oh, hold up. Before you go, can we remove the stone wall?
It's messing with his map.
There.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, now you can arrange
Now,
things in the proper circle.
Oh, I didn't see you there, Mr. Walter.
Oh,
Oh, yes, very good. All
Good
right,
timing.
good session, guys. Like I said, we'll make up for the lost time in the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys are great. Hugs, /and/or kisses. Let's do fan art
man.
if there is any.
That was
Yeah,
a
Sagas next
peaceful
time,
session.
where we fight a child.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, you guys were like, we're gonna fucking. She's gonna cast spells. It's like, no, she just went home, to her loving family.
She's a changeling.
They can also cast spells, right? Like really bad ones. No, they're just living their life in Helilox.
Just prestidigitation.
You're trying to tell me that you have math homework.
You're trying to tell me you have math homework.
Man.
Memoirs of the Twilight Mouse, #1. Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't have to read that.
No, I'm reading all this shit.
But you got to Twilight Mouse.
At first, Taka didn't really want me around. Oh. And now that I'm running with the Carnelian Circle, the pattern repeats. It was kind of the same with Mr. Hewer, but then I think about it. But all the people I followed around basking in their adventurous freedom, Holden was the nicest. I want that freedom, I do, but maybe I'm too scared to do it alone. Conversely, I'm afraid of getting too close to people because I will lose them eventually. Sometimes I question the point. But what is the worth of life without connection? And this is Nezumi, Taka's dagger. He gave it to me.
What is the worth of life without connection? That's a great question.
What is it? Yeah.
Memoirs of the Twilight Mouse, #2. He was always a gentleman. A thief, certainly. A scoundrel? Yes. But Taka was also caring. He didn't want to do it for the wealth or the gain from his work or old silver, who I've learned since the dawn of the Pale City. No, he often gave most of it away to beggars and orphans. The Twilight Mouse lived for the adventure, the thrill of the chase. He could vanish before your very eyes in his rat form. He could get past any guard. He was free. Ooh.
Yeah.
And then Ezekine.
Booker's gonna fuck that up.
Ezekine.
And then Ezekine. Marlowe, you have to hang out with the monk real quick. He has something he wants to tell you. Marlowe,
Every time you talk about Ezekine and moving rocks and stuff, I always see that scene in Pirates of the Caribbean with all the little rock crabs and
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow, That's how it feels.
I am a rock.
That's a wet tongue. Holy shit.
Blah.
A wet tongue.
He's
What?
really going at that rock, man.
Oh, I posted in our off-topic Jack Sparrow licking a rock.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought that was fan art. I was like, Jesus.
No.
You might get banned for that, dude.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I will see you guys next time. Same time. I gotta get going, though.
Rad.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.